How's it going, guys? Matt here with Carolina Coops. Welcome to Video Chicken. To my left is my host, Kristen Warren.
I think this one really could be a male.
Oh, we got one that's hatching? This show is for you guys. This is the bass fiber. Y'all know chickens are the gateway drug into homesteading.
We survived with only one trip to the ER.
Coyotes are everywhere.
It's about time you show up, Matt. It's a great straw.
It is time, finally, for Chicken Police. They defecate every 12 seconds. Is that true? Now it is officially noon because the buzzer went off.
Well, I've never counted.
That's long
More
road.
coops.
That's a good one with the courts and everything.
And more chickens.
Well, the math you do now, Daddy, is chicken math.
Calm down, Matt.
But-
Calm down.
What's going on, guys? Matt here, coming to you live with Video Chicken. To my left is my co-host, Chickenista, chicken expert, also doing a lot of sales I hear lately. It is Friday. It is April 22nd. How we doing today, Kristen?
We're doing good.
Good. Yeah, I already see that. Is this going to be a tradition that you're going to wear your chicken poo
My chicken
necklace?
poo necklace.
Your
It's a little vial of hemp and chicken poo.
Yeah,
It's good voodoo.
Is it?
Voodoo? Voodoo.
I really don't know.
Juju.
Okay.
Definitely not voodoo.
Well, and there is Ingrid, as always, the first one here, last one to leave, making sure everything looks good, sounds good. What's going on? I can't believe it's Friday already.
I know.
It is. I feel like these weeks just keep going by so fast. It is just absolutely incredible.
At least the show is a mark on the passing of time.
Is that a good thing or bad thing? A mark of passing of time. I don't know. I can tell you. Once again, I've learned. This is actually. I say we do the show for our viewers, for our potential customers, our customers. You know, to answer all those questions. Truth be told, I do it for me. I do it for my. It's almost like I think it's turning into a point where I get to kind of get things off my chest.
Like therapy.
Oh my gosh! Like last week's on video.
You should just get some chickens.
Yeah, we are so due. We are so due to get more chickens. All right. Well, there's already 31 people here. That is awesome. We are going to have as always, a great show today. I know we're going to be talking about a particular topic that we're hoping to actually get a video done that people will also be able to watch. Gosh, very soon. Well, I didn't tell you. I guess we didn't fill Ingrid in.
No.
It's the week of Matt doesn't send out memos. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't get everything out of my head. So anyways, all right. So if you're watching right now, we are live. Please, in the comments, if you have any questions, any comments, please leave them in there. If anything else, please just give us a wave. Say where you're watching from.
Do you want to tell people what the show is about today?
I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I'm going to get to it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you weren't going to, I was going to.
Thank you,
I was just
Kristen.
going to butt right in. Or Ingrid could, actually.
Well, you guys are here to just butt right. I mean,
Yeah.
you do all week. I mean, what's
Right.
different now? Well, I'd like to give everyone a chance to get in here.
I
And
know,
it's-
but for people that are listening to this,
we're going to have a great show.
okay.
We're going to have a great show. What we're going to be talking about today, we hope to actually do a video.
Yeah,
on.
it's a very hot topic for people who have ordered a coupe or thinking about getting a coupe or getting a second coupe. Now they have a fresh start.
Or maybe they're building their own coupe.
Yes, where should I put it?
Where should I put it?
What do I put it on? How do I prepare for my new coupe?
Site prep, we call it, right?
Yes.
So today we are going to be talking about site prep. What you need to think about when you're trying to pick out. Okay, you picked your chicken coop out. Where are we going to put it?
That's right.
Placement and prep.
Placement and prep. So Ingrid, as always, has done some slides. We have not seen them yet. It's for your guys' viewing pleasure. I also noticed, too, when I was watching the promo, are we too close to the screen now? Like, what's happened here? I feel like we don't have as much table, especially to show off something that is here. If you're not sure what this is our golden bell. You have a chance to win a free t-shirt. Should you leave a comment or a question, apparently that we love. I thought it was supposed to only be me that's allowed to touch the bell.
You're a
but
little slow sometimes. Maybe too selective.
I think there's people, yeah. Kristen thought other things were bell-worthy.
That's right.
We don't want to just.
If it's only
It's a
yours,
special
you need
moment.
to put it over there so I can't reach it.
No, that's no. Right there. Right there's the bell. So again, you have a chance to win a free shirt. Should you leave a comment, question that I just love, or I guess Kristen also likes, thinks that it's worth the ringing of the bell. Also,
I can't reach it. So
I also see that
You
you
can do a
brought
sound
some.
effect.
You brought some for show and tell.
Yeah,
You're like, well, we
I
could-
actually brought this last week.
Oh, you did, and
I
we
did.
didn't get to it.
No, we didn't. But of course, I mean, you could just count on me to bring either my purse bantams or eggs or hemp or chicken poop. You know, it's just stuff I travel with.
Oh, that's a good question. Cole Ferguson. That's actually a great question. Make sure we get to that. So we will
Yes.
get to your questions and comments because ultimately that's my favorite part of the show. And actually, that is a great question I want to get to there regarding sweating or condensation on the roof. All right. So are we going to talk about this real quick? Because we talked a lot about hemp this week. We do have our new hemp coming in. We're going to give it a try.
And that is North American hemp. So that is very exciting that we actually have hemp from North America. We don't have to import it across the Atlantic.
That is right. And the reason why we're doing that is keep the price down and hopefully not have another obstacle in our way that causes us to run out of stock. Because for some reason these ships have a hard time getting into the ports, and then we've had a container get lost, all that good stuff. So we're always trying to make sure we are, thinking about the customer and be able to offer them the best product at the best price whenever they want it. So hemp. So this is hemp why did you bring this?
Because you had your hemp samples last time. So, I mean, you had these samples.
Yeah.
So I just thought we could compare, but it's not really relevant. That's
Yeah,
why
you-
I
you-
didn't bring it up last week.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let it go then. I mean, it's
and
sitting
it's
in
not relevant because this was a competitor's hemp
Oh, I
that I
see.
bought like years and years ago.
we have territories in the streets around here.
I know. So I didn't want to get like kicked off the show by bringing in
Yeah,
this,
you're pushing it.
this baggie of
That
hemp
is like the day I thought I was doing a good deed, and I bought cookies from a bake sale.
Okay, you want me to get up and leave? Is that what you're doing?
How in the world you can spot me bringing in someone else's baked cookies?
Into my
Whoa, did I find it? All right. Anyways, okay.
And that's only because I love to bake, and you're robbing me that opportunity of baking because I only need an excuse.
All right. Okay, so we're going to get on with it. So today we're going to be talking about site prep, but any questions or comments, leave them down below. We're going to get into it, but there is one more thing I want to go over or do. I got a present coming.
yes.
Yeah. Oh. Ingrid brought us a present.
What? Really?
Well, brought me. But I like to think of it as us.
And I was not planning on giving it to you on the show, but
Of course, you
Matt.
know my style. Let's do it on the show. Let's go. I mean, I want to share it with everyone. This is pretty cool. Ingrid has a present for me.
Do you want it now?
Please.
Okay.
I'm dying for it.
Hang on.
Also, I have an idea that came up right before the show. I was thinking about sharing a picture of a part of the installation job that the road crew is doing out in Texas, and there's one thing wrong. And I asked him, I said, can you spot what's wrong? Because I'm not going to give him the answer. And he hasn't come up with the answer yet. And I was
Really?
curious. Oh, it's even wrapped?
Oh,
Oh, my good. Oh, my God, that's heavy.
my chicken poop
What
necklaces
in
weren't
the
wrapped.
world?
Oh, maybe they
Hold
were.
on. Put your arm, you,
Oh,
what is this, gold?
what is
Yeah.
that?
No, it's. Go ahead.
I have no idea what that is. That is really heavy.
I
We'll
thought
just
I had.
open it carefully.
I hope it's a whole case of hot pepper jam.
I wish it was not. We're gonna have to wait for the.
All right. Well, Ingrid, this is so nicely wrapped. Wow. So, truth be told, I saw Ingrid message someone, and I was like, oh,
I should have deleted that.
yes, you should have.
I'm sorry.
I do
ruined your
poke.
surprise.
I do poke around, so I have a feeling that's what this is. But I would never think it's that heavy. So it sounds like there's gonna be a little bit more to this. All right. So,
You can just open. You can just. That's. I mean, literally found recycled stuff in my closet. And
Jesus.
used
Well,
it
I'm just
to-
trying to pick the thing up. It is so heavy.
I don't have
Well,
anything that nice in my closet.
Okay, so there's a couple of them in there. So
I been wanting to get something like this in the shop for
Yeah.
so long.
which is
All right, so we got 3 pictures.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, Ingrid, thank you. All right. So if you haven't been catching our show recently, you would not recognize this Coop. If you have been catching our show and you know that you must watch the HGTV special, Fixer to Fabulous, The Welcome In. This is the Coop we did. And wow.
So
Thank
we have
you.
a watercolor version.
Yeah. So
and a photo.
in the show, there was Jenny Mars's friend who painted the wallpaper that they used in the inn, and she made a watercolor of the Coop. So I just asked Jenny to send me those so I could put this together for you.
Thank you.
That is very nice. And
I-
no wonder they were heavy.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh, this
surprised
is
how
well
heavy they
done. I
were.
mean, this is some good stuff here, Ingrid.
Well, thank you.
Oh wow, no, thank
and then,
you.
And then I put
These are
like the air date
fantastic.
on there so you always remember.
The air date. Oh, see, I love that. So, and I do want to start a collection of this because I've been wanting. We have so many great Coops around this country that we've turnkeyed, and we don't have any pictures to show them off in the office. But anyways, so thank you.
You're very welcome.
That was very sweet.
That is nice.
All right, are we ready to get started? You want to answer a couple questions and comments?
Sure.
Got to guess. So I was gonna do a disclaimer. Hold on. Can I do something real quick?
Sure.
Well, actually, no. You need the practice. Can you bring up the picture of the heated water system that the guys are installing right now in Texas? And the reason why he sent me a picture is this is a new guy that is installing it. And for whatever reason, apparently you can get tricky installing a heated water system. And I said, send me a picture so I can confirm that it's right. There's one thing that's not correct. And I know my dad will guess it.
I don't know
So,
if this is I don't know which is how we find.
okay. So,
Is this the right one?
no. I was also thinking if someone is able to guess.
Am I allowed to guess?
So there it is right there. So here's the inside of a beautiful Craftsman Coupe they're doing out in right next to Abilene, Texas. And the new guy installed the heated water system, and it looks good. This is the inside shot, but there's one thing that is wrong. And I'm curious if anyone can guess what it is. And it's not going to be easy, but the people that know me, there's a hint, that know me well will spot it right away. My father, I know he's going to know because I've learned from him. And I was thinking about if anyone guesses it correctly with one guess, not multiple guesses, and trying to get it right, possibly giving them a free shirt. So what do you think about that idea? If people are looking at this picture right now, this is our heated water system, and there's one thing that is wrong. Do you guys have any ideas? Now, if you do, don't say it. And Nan's watching too. She also might know. But I would love it if someone wants a chance to win a shirt. I'm just going to do it. If someone can, because I really want to know who pays close attention to the show, to the videos. There is something, and I don't talk about this a lot, but it has been mentioned. All right, so we'll come back to it. We want to carry on with the show. So I'll give everyone one guess. I'm going to give everyone one guess, and the first person to get it right with one guess, I will give them a free
Do you see
shirt.
the comments there?
I do see the
So
comments.
people are guessing.
Love the frother, but if I have some on my nose, you got to let me know.
No, I'm not letting you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I love that people are guessing, and I'm gonna give another clue. I love that. I love the guesses because people are paying attention, and I'm gonna give you a clue. So I already gave one clue.
Is anybody right? Have you looked at the comments?
No one is right yet.
Okay.
Well, see, I don't know if I want to say that because other people read the comments.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't.
But 2 clues. People that know me best. The efficacy will work.
It's
Any ideas?
I have 2 guesses.
Okay. Are we ready to get started with the show?
okay.
All right.
Do you want to answer some questions?
I would love to.
before
I would
we
love
go
to. I'd love to.
into
Love
the-
to.
So let's
Yes.
go back.
And again,
to-
everyone that's watching, we are live. It is April 22nd. Happy Earth Day. Isn't today Earth Day?
Today is Earth Day.
Today is Earth Day. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be warm.
Chickens are great for Earth Day.
They are?
Yeah.
I think chickens are great for everything, aren't they?
Yeah,
Every
I
day?
used to do a bunch of chicken booths around Earth Day. It was a very busy time of year for me.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below.
But I guess we don't really have Earth Day festivals
Make sure
anymore.
you guys are sharing the show. That is one way to pay us back, if you wouldn't mind, or to say thank you to us, if I may say, share the show.
So Sharon said, hi from New Jersey. The show couldn't be more timely. My Cali Coupe is on the truck for delivery. She's so excited. So thank you, Sharon.
Yeah,
That's great.
Sharon, thank you.
And Gail said her son will be getting a new coupe from us, and he thinks the delivery is in August. So this show will be good for them.
Hopefully. I can tell you right now, gosh, I don't want to scare people. And we just had this meeting yesterday. I mean, the lead times are and they're fluctuating. It is a battle every day just to do business. It's just crazy. I can tell you, though, we are working so hard to make everyone happy. And speaking of making everyone happy, make sure we bring up the conversation I had yesterday with a customer out in Nevada.
Okay.
I had an awesome talk. I thought
Why don't you talk about it now?
I thought it was my dad's twin brother. So I had an advantage. I knew exactly how to communicate with him that was going to set his mind at ease. Well, there's a lot to get into, but I'm going to say this, and I've already talked to you about it a little, and I thought about bringing it up and asking our customers what they think, or our viewers. There's a chance we're going to change the ladder again. I know you love the ladder.
I do.
And it was a husband and wife that I was talking to. The husband's an engineer, so you know how that's always a fun conversation. Engineers, yes, you serve your purpose. I'm the opposite of an engineer. However, when you can meet in the middle, it's always a good thing. The wife made an interesting comment. She goes, Matt, yes, the people love it cutesy, especially the ones that have never had chickens before. And she's right. I do a lot to try to make sure they look good. And there's always that sweet spot of trying to make sure something looks good. And you got to make sure that it's functional, in this case for the chickens. And we also are trying to eliminate scrap. I hate scrap. You know, always just trying to find the best win-win for everything. And we're thinking about changing the ladder. And the husband made an interesting comment. And I'm happy to say is when I proposed the new potential ladder, it matched his comment. You ready for this?
Yes.
When you are determining the angle of the ramp, not ladder, ramp that they walk up, if they have to walk up 4 feet, you double it. You multiply it by 2. That's the length of your ramp. So let's say you had to go up 4 foot, the ramp should be 8 foot.
That's a pretty long ramp for a 12.
So I did our math real quick. They're not going up 48 inches. I did the math real quick, and actually the proposed ladder is a little bit longer by a couple inches. So I just thought that was interesting.
Okay.
I thought that was no, not just okay from the chicken expert. What do you? I know you have an opinion on this. Go ahead.
Filter,
Yeah,
filter,
wow,
filter.
Holy cow.
I don't see how a chicken is going to have trouble with that ladder unless it can't see like a silky or a
Oh my
Polish.
gosh. So we talked about that.
I mean,
and
unless someone took their wings off.
here's the
I
other.
mean-
Here's the other thing he said too. And this is textbook engineer, but he might be onto something. He said, Matt, think about it. As the chicken gets bigger and their wings get bigger, and if they're so used to flying up into the trees, they may be discouraged going up into the hen house because it doesn't look like a big tree, that the hole might be too small. He said, you might need to make your opening even bigger, even though the opening is based on our automatic chicken door. And I've had turkeys have no problem getting in and out of there, but it was just interesting. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's it. I love it. I love that you were really trying to dig deep and think about what else maybe we haven't talked about or thought about. And he goes, Matt, you always talk about it. Before coops were invented, what did they do? And I was like,
Well,
Right, but chickens pick things. Chickens are a lot smarter than people give them credit for, and they once, like you said, once one figures something out, they all follow suit, and it's not as if they're like, oh, this isn't a tree, because when you get a chicken, that's all they know is this coop. They don't
Right.
know
Yeah.
roosting up in trees.
yeah, no, that's a good
So
point.
I think we tend to overthink sometimes when it comes to what chickens are going to do.
And I just get a little frustrated if you have feedback from one customer and change the coop based on one customer's feedback.
Couldn't agree more. I am not.
I think it's an overreaction.
I am not a fan of the squeaky wheel gets the
Right.
grease. However, I always say if we can figure out how to accommodate even the most difficult silkies, chickens, it'll work for all. Where I even thought about it, where we've designed some silky ladders, and supposedly it worked. It's ridiculous that we got to bring up the sides so they can feel it like they have a walking stick.
Yeah, like a wheelchair.
You
right?
have to give them fake turf and not steps to walk up, maybe because of the extra toe. I don't know.
That should actually help with the grip.
You
would think. So the point is, and this is what I love about our business, is we get to always improve it. No one is telling us we can't do something, and that better never happen. However, if we can accommodate even maybe the 2% of chickens that appear to have difficulty, it's got to help them all, right? All right. So that was an interesting conversation. Yeah, bring that in. Bring that in. Hey, Matt, 4 exclamation points. Does that drive you crazy?
No, that's all for emphasis.
That's enthusiasm.
Okay.
And that's well placed.
Awesome, Cole. Good job. Do you have problems in the winter with a metal roof sweating in the hen house? Would it be okay to insulate the roof with foam board? Okay, this is a great question. Now, sweating, that is a general term used a lot in construction when you have condensation. And you have condensation when hot and cold meets. All right? If you have sweating going on inside, in this case, the hen house, I'm wondering if they're heating the inside of the hen house, and that's what's causing it to be warmer, and then it's wintertime, so it's cold on the outside, and that's causing the contrast of temperatures, increasing the potential for sweating. Now, to answer the questions, no, we have never had problems with this.
Yeah.
I have definitely seen this happen. In my first pole barn, it was just a metal shell, and I was heating the inside. It was winter. Heated it up, went in for breakfast or whatever, came out, and I'm like, why is it raining inside here? It blew me away. It is just raining from the condensation. So you shouldn't have condensation inside the hen house unless you are heating it, which we are not a fans of heating it. If you are going to heat it, yeah, you're going to have condensation, and then you're going to want to insulate it. But again, that's a whole nother conversation. Now, let's just say there is some sweating. That won't bother a thing. If anything, people will make the argument that a little bit of moisture does help, especially if you're incorporating the deep litter system.
You just don't want it dripping on your birds.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen
And the
it.
hen house is always going to be warmer than the outside because you have all of those hens in there. I
Right.
mean, not a lot, but
Yeah, I've never seen it inside a hen house. I would say it should not be a problem. I can tell you if you stuck a heater in there without insulating, creating a bigger barrier between hot and cold, yeah, you are going to have sweating. I don't think it's going to cause problems, but I have seen that it is a possibility. And that's why insulation and a vapor barrier are so important. Great question.
And that's why we also say consistency in temperatures, because that just seems to be better.
yeah.
all
And
around.
don't put that foam board anywhere near the chickens. They will peck at it. It's like styrofoam.
Ben Rakin says, I think he's great with the bell. I might be biased.
I think Ben's trying to get a bell ring.
Okay. Okay.
Perhaps.
Hey. So many great questions and comments. So again, if you're just joining us today, we are going to get to.
Oh, Ben did get it. He was our first bell. That's
Oh,
right.
is he the one that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Ben's biased.
When
'cause he was
you-
our first gold bell recipient.
Gotcha. So when you do the new promo, you got to put that in there. That was so funny. I love when I get a good laugh because I don't get many, but my God, that was so funny. Oh, speaking of Mike Trap,
Yes.
let's go ahead and bring up a latest picture. And this brings up another idea. I would love to do something
I don't know where you put them.
to
I'm not
encourage.
gonna lie.
To encourage.
This is why I label everything.
Well, I'm just going to turn things on.
there you go. There you go.
Why is it so? Oh, there we go. I
There.
got it the first try. I might need to go
Why,
play the lotto.
why are you covering Kristen? Move
That's
it over.
fine. That's
There you go.
awesome.
He's got his hoodie
That's wonderful.
with his Polish.
That's Phyllis
Yeah.
Diller, the Polish.
Yeah, white crested black Polish. What a good bird.
yeah.
He's actually in our promo too because he's watching TV with Phyllis at the end there.
So Mike Trap, shout out. Thank you for the photo. And this just gives me an idea. I think it would be a lot of fun to just try to implement something where our customers can share more of what they got going on with their
Yeah.
coops, with their chickens, with the merch, whatever it is. Also, speaking of what a customer has going on, do we have time for one more little tidbit?
Sure.
You ready for this? Does Kristen know about this?
I don't know.
This is gonna blow your
I'm just
mind.
moving you around.
We got to
all
get
over
the big
place.
screen for this one. Are you guys ready?
All right, wait. Okay.
No. Go back to that. That was
Oh.
actually good.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you got for your viewing pleasure. Should I just go ahead and do it? I think this is it. Check this out.
Oh yeah, this was good.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. What is it? It's a dead giveaway once it turns around.
Yeah.
Is it a bobcat?
That's a bobcat. And this is a customer sent this to Ingrid this morning.
Francine.
France-
It was a couple mornings ago.
Oh, okay. Francine, she's got a bobcat wandering around her property. So knock on wood, nothing's ever happened to her chickens. But what I really wanted to show off is I love this first perimeter of protection. I mean, you talk about making sure nothing can get to your chicken coop. You see the electric. And she originally did the electric shock to prevent dogs, right?
She did the fencing for the dogs
Okay.
and the electric shock to keep out bears. She's in New Hampshire, I believe, and to keep out bears. And then this got caught on her Ring camera, went right up on her porch, down her driveway, was just triggering the lights. And, she doesn't want her coop scratched up either. That was kind of what she said. So she's glad that but I mean, even without that fencing, her chickens would be safe.
Yes, 100%. 100%. We have seen that.
And it wandered away. It didn't hang around.
Right, and we hear about it a lot.
Mosey on by.
You got to make it tough for predators. They're going to keep on.
They're opportunistic.
Keeping on. Yes.
People want to know if Kristen worked out her HOA issues with Dale. There was a couple of questions about that.
I did have an HOA problem. I may still have one, but I have not heard anything. I suspect the reason is Dale ruffled the wrong feathers. Me, I like to go about things a little bit more tactically, a little bit more politically, but he pissed off the wrong person and got slapped with a lawsuit. So
Ooh.
that might have quieted him down a bit.
Was that the guy with the rooster?
No,
Oh.
it was actually just a businessman that had a rental in the neighborhood.
Oh, this was the potential suitor.
Yes.
Well played.
Yes,
Well played.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Okay. Good
But
question.
No, but not. I mean, it is definitely very attractive for someone to swoop in and save the day, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
whoa, talk about a knight in shining armor right there. But no.
Yeah, you never know who's who.
Yeah. But anyhow,
Deb's asking, got any input regarding getting chicks for the first time in this avian flu issue?
it is a good time to get chicks, I think, because you're going to raise your chicks indoors anyhow or under shelter. So this is going to be irrelevant. And by the time they go outside, they say that this will be gone. They
Well, that's a good
expect it
point.
to be seasonal, and it will be no longer an issue in May and June.
So Lori has a question about being super windy. I think we're going to touch on that today once we get going in a couple minutes on the slideshow. Today we are going to be talking about site prep.
Placement and prep.
Placement and prep. I want to see if anyone has any guesses yet. Let me just bring up that picture one more time.
Yeah,
all right.
Get rid of the
Let's bring it
comments.
up one more time. Let's go up here. The question is, if you didn't catch it earlier, Ingrid.
I was just going to get rid of the comments so I could see what you're doing there.
Oh, sorry. We have a new hire. Oh, watch. I'm not going to be able to find it now.
No, because you didn't label anything.
Well, because I'm not. Oh, great picture. The question is, can you spot what is wrong with the installation of a
There you go.
current heated water system? So there it is. The picture's in front of you. And there's
They left the drill on it.
okay. I said no giving an answer, but no, that is not it. I'll give a shirt to the first person with only one guess, not multiple guesses to see which one sticks. People that know me best. And the efficacy of the system will work. But there is something wrong. And I'm driving the guy out in the field nuts right now because I won't give him the answer because you don't learn that way. All right, we ready to get started with the show?
No, what's the answer?
We'll do it towards the end. I'll give people a chance to answer. I'll give Ingrid a chance to go through all the comments that are coming in right now.
Gosh.
Again, there is something wrong with
Does
the
she have the answer?
I do not.
Well, how is she going to pick the answer?
So I want to know if, because I know my father's watching. He starts his radiation this week. So, and he has a 35% chance survival. I have been wanting, God, I can't even do it. For people that know me well, or if you don't know this, I'm very, very close to my father. And we just found out he has lung cancer. But we got great news this week. I haven't shared it with you guys yet. So there is a 35% chance he'll survive. He starts his radiation this week. Every single day he has to have radiation, I think, and chemo once a week. Any thoughts, prayers, good vibes, all that good stuff. If you guys could send that out to my father. You see him in the comments, Jerry Doobie Dubois. Great, great guy. It's been in the back of my mind, bothering the hell out of me. And I haven't shared it even, I think, with the team. Why? It's just been crazy for me lately.
Right. I know prayers help. I know that from my own experience with cancer.
Yeah.
I beat the odds. I know he can too.
If anyone can, he can. And I'll never forget a teacher long ago said, Matt, prayer never hurt anyone.
Right.
That always stuck with me. But whatever, it's going to be tough this next year.
I went ahead and sold a Coop in Texas so you could go see him.
I know. I heard about that. I think it's the first homestead Coop.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm curious, because I know my dad is watching. Just give me if you think you know what it is. Don't answer it. No, he already answered it, and it's not it. No, it's not it. Okay, so moving on.
Why don't we go ahead and do it?
No, I'm going to wait to the end of the show. I want to give everyone a chance. It's so simple. It's right in front of you. It has nothing.
Can we zoom in?
I can't even get rid of this picture, so I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did, Matt.
Nothing. All right, let's go. I want to move on with the show.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to the questions and comments.
There we go.
Look at this. Coop placement and site prep. So we have not seen these slides yet.
No, they're fabulous. They're fabulous.
Ingrid, you are crushing it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right. What to consider when finding the right place for your new coop.
I love this topic.
Yes.
I love it. I wish I could talk to every single customer about this.
It definitely is one of your favorite things I've seen you talk about. And it's such an important conversation to have because, one, you start with, okay, what coop should I get? And then where should I put it? And that is so important.
Right.
Explain to me real quick. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. But what are the top 3 things to consider? Unless we're getting right into it.
We can get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So talk about the top, what is it that you got to consider about where to put it?
Yeah, when okay, so I'll start with one instance where I went to a site visit, and a lot of people think, okay, the eggs are it's a utility. It's going to be just a function. They want to put it somewhere where out of the way where they can just collect eggs, but it's not. It's going to be beautiful, and you're going to have a connection with your chickens. It's not just about eggs. So I moved it to like an outdoor room that she had. She had the perfect property for this because she had enough property where she had outdoor rooms. And a lot of times now we have
oh no, I'm a man. Thank you though.
So we have outdoor rooms now. We have a place for our grill. We might have some seating. We might have a playground. We might have a fire pit. And then we might have a place where we store things like old wood or a compost pile. And that's where she wanted to put it. And I was like, no, we need to have it in an outdoor room outside of your kitchen. And she thanked me so many times after that visit that it was definitely the right choice. We might get chickens for the eggs and we think, okay, they're just going to provide me something. And that's all. But no, you start out for the eggs, getting them for the eggs, but then you end up loving these little creatures and you have a bond with them and you're curious and you want to watch them, and it's your connection with nature. So having that visual connection between you and these little birds is very important.
I don't know who these people are on this slide, by the way.
and that's okay.
So
except for the one that's you.
So that
I hope you know who that is.
When we had this meeting last week,
I do know who they are.
You mentioned that term, and that's something I love about our business is not only have we made it so much easier to keep chickens. We've even helped add to or change the terminology we use and the way of thinking, like everything you just described. The visual connection. I love that term. That's what one of the first things you want to think about is these coops are beautiful. You're going to want to have that visual connection, whether you're looking out your office window, maybe when you're doing dishes, you hate doing dishes, but you got to have something that cheers you up. You can see your chicken coop. Having a visual connection, you do not want to hide your chicken coop.
Not this one, at least.
Well, that's true. Or you shouldn't have to. There's nothing wrong with having a beautiful chicken coop.
And then
Coop.
Oh, yes.
Location, coop orientation.
well, they all say location, location.
I like that. That does rhyme. Coop orientation. Now, this is a pet peeve of mine.
Yes.
And we have seen so many times when we show up to a customer's house to do a site survey, or we haven't been there, but we show up with their chicken coop and we ask them, where do you want it? And then the next question is orientation.
Right.
And it's funny how many times, if not, gosh, most of the time, they want it what we would think is backwards. Mm-hmm. So as you can see in these pictures, and this is great examples, why hide your chicken run? You're gonna want to see your chickens during the daytime. You're gonna want to see them come down in the morning. You're gonna want to see them going back and forth, going up the ramp when they go to lay their eggs. Don't hide it by turning it backwards, where you're looking at the back of the hen house.
Right. Even though that is quite lovely, you do a great job with that. I always tell customers you want to be able to see the ladder.
Right.
And that's the easiest way to describe it. You want to see the chickens. You want to have a visual connection with the coop, and you want to be able to see at a glance, are they out of the hen house? Are they in bed? It's dark. Are they in bed? Did the door shut? Did I remember to shut the door? These types of things. So absolutely, we want to be able to see the ladder.
Yeah, I think it's a testimony to your craftsmanship of your coops because the back of the coop, where's the most woodwork, the doors and the egg hutch is so attractive that people say, well, I want to look at that because that's the structure. But those are the people that don't have chickens yet,
Right.
that want that.
And it just goes to show you that just the huge advantage. I mean, there's so many advantages calling us, talking to us, watching the show, and of course, obviously buying a chicken coop. We come with not just a great chicken coop, but so much great information. And I'll never forget one time, I think it was actually here locally, where the gentleman, we actually did a video, and he goes, Matt, you answered questions I didn't even know I had. I thought that was great. And then his son ran into the egg hutch 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
that got, ooh, God, these are great pictures. These are great coops. Look at that. I love the black in the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade or sun?
Now I have 2 examples of each of these.
Yes, I see
slides.
that. Another.
No, but I mean, I have subsequent slides that show
Okay.
examples of each of the pros and cons.
So, yeah, just like everything, there's pros and cons. And we get asked all the time, can it be out in full sun? Yes. That is the beauty of our design, is they can go anywhere. You don't have
Because they come with shade.
They come with shade. They come with the canopy of the forest, which is, in this case, the metal roof over your entire run.
Lots of people ask about the black roof. Is that going to be too hot?
No. You cannot tell the difference when you're inside the hen house or inside the run, whether you have black roof or white roof. Now, if you measured the temperature on the surface from the outside, you probably would get a higher reading. I want to say my father and I actually did this one day. I had black panels out in the full sun, and I don't think it was actually as much of a difference as I thought it was going to be. But the whole idea is because you have a metal roof, not only are you providing shade, but it's reflecting the heat back up into the atmosphere.
And it's got a ridge cap.
And it allows it to vent. Exactly. We're not building up heat inside the hen house. The hen house is allowed to breathe. Now, we do tell people, if you have the ability, and it makes good sense as you weigh your pros and cons, to put your hen house in a wooded area, we always say do it.
Yeah.
But there are disadvantages.
Okay, so let's go.
Ooh, I feel like we got something cooking. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing
Yes.
here. I like what you're doing here.
So mitigation efforts. Considerations for full sun, shade cloth, or vegetation. If you do have full sun and you're in a climate where it gets warm in the summer, there are definitely ways to mitigate that heat.
And I use both shade cloth and vegetation, as you can see in the 3 coop pictures of mine.
I was just amazed going to Ingrid's house how well her hops provided that shade. I mean, it was just, I probably told her 3 times, like, this is so beautiful. And the chickens actually made little tunnels or rooms in it, right?
Yeah, so the corner picture here
Upper right.
upper right, you can see the vegetation. That's the side where my coop is. And that hops gets so big, and it's a fast grower. And there's a retaining wall, so when the chickens are out, they made a tunnel, and they just hang out underneath the hops and inside the coop underneath the hops.
That reminds me, as we're coming up with more ideas for future shows, I would love to do another show with Bethany, and the three of you would probably have a field day talking about, I don't know the right term, but I know she's a horticulturalist, and I had to practice saying that a million times in that video. But I loved when she would talk about companion planting, and I know you guys do the same thing.
Well, it's gardening with chickens.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, can you have a garden with chickens? How do you have a garden with chickens?
And I love the idea of bullseye gardening. So again, I don't know if she invented that or not. I just heard her talk. Oh, she didn't? Okay, I don't know. Well, she makes it sound really cool, and I know you guys can as well, so I don't want to get in trouble. My whole goal is to get through this show without pissing anybody off.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a great show, because also coming up, we're getting into the planting season, and I'm sure people have
we're
questions.
already there.
Yeah.
Well, not up north.
Oh.
God, it just got a foot of snow in Syracuse. You see, you guys don't understand how good we have it down here. But just even, we're talking about, okay, if you are in full sun, but there are things you can do to provide shade. It's not going to hurt, and there's so many benefits to it.
Sometimes that setting sun coming from the west is really intense, and that might be a good opportunity to put some plants or vines, protected the roots when you plant them in that area to give them some sort of shade in the summer.
So
And here we have considerations for shade, falling trees or branches. I mean,
So great job, Ingrid. I am so proud of that picture.
the one to the right.
we have a tree that fell on the chicken coop. You see the chicken's still in there.
Yes, it broke. It didn't even break it all the way.
It was actually in the nest box, I think. When
We had a huge tree branch fall. Now I'm telling you, if you've never cut
That
up
tree branch is the size of a tree.
Exactly. Do we have any pictures of the inside? He sent us pictures of the inside.
I know. I didn't include that.
Wow. It just goes to prove to me again, not only how strong our coops are, the Doug fir is just an amazing wood, and it did crack a board, which it's going to. I can't believe it didn't crack more boards. But it protected the chickens, but this either way is a disadvantage of putting your coops in a wooded area. You're going to possibly have trees that fall on it. You also have, if you're catching rainwater, which we are huge fans of, you're going to be fighting the organic material in the gutter and then eventually down in your rain barrel.
But luckily, the metal roof does shed the debris pretty easily.
Oh, it does.
Much better than an asphalt roof.
I would say the biggest disadvantage people think about, or that they think of about putting a coop in a wooded area, is the sap that's falling from the tree and discoloring it, making it not look as pretty.
The coop in the middle was in Texas after the Hurricane Harvey. I believe that uprooted that tree. Didn't touch the coop, but I mean, that's still a consideration.
Yeah, I remember that coop well. That was South Cuero, Texas. That's a couple weeks ago. We showed a picture of Nan wearing Jetta in a sling while she helped me put that coop together. Whew. Topography. Oh my gosh, level ground. Wow.
This leads into our site prep conversation, but we've always said you need to have these coops level to put them together, and that's important because of the roofing system. They have notches where the purlin falls in, and if there's a twist or tweak or what do you call it?
Try. I just thought of a great analogy. If you don't have a level pad all on the same plane, it would be like trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle that's meant to be flat on a table. Try putting that puzzle together on a beach ball.
Yeah.
If the ground's not flat, that's what you're trying to do. Our coops are designed to go together like a 3D puzzle, but it has to be dead flat, or you're going to be picking walls up to get a notch to drop down in, and you're going to be like, what in the world? But you got to have it dead flat. And here's great examples of some work that people have had to do in order to make it so that you got a perfect flat pad for the coops to go on. And there's a lot of things to think about. The one that, that one right in the middle, I remember this one out in Malibu. Oh, we've got 100 visitors. Yay, thank you. And actually, if you're just joining us, welcome to Video Chicken Live. It is April 22nd. We are live from our shop down in North Carolina. Today, we are focusing on site prep, things to think about when it comes to where to put your chicken coop. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments. And actually, since there is now 102 people, real quick, we do have a little quiz for today. If anyone can make a guess or answer what is wrong with the installation of our heated water system that's going in right now out in Abilene, Texas. We have a new employee out there installing it. He's doing a fabulous job. This is his first time installing a heated water system. He sent me a picture. There's one thing wrong with this, and there's 2 clues. You'll know if you know me well. 2, there's nothing wrong with the system. It will work, but there is something wrong.
I think somebody might have guessed it now.
Yeah? All right, well, we'll get back to that.
sure.
We'll get back to that. I do want to give the first person in the comments section, so no arguing. You can't argue with the comments, and that it's their first guess. Moving on. Okay. So topography. Okay, so here's the thing to think about. Look at this middle picture in Malibu. You wouldn't believe, back here we would call 0, and then they had to build this barrier, and you'd be shocked. That's almost probably 4 foot up. But look at their run door.
Wow.
You got to think about that. You don't want to stop your base right here if you're going to be off that much, because then you're going to have to build steps. You're going to try to jump up 4 foot. Not fun. But it is very important that these structures are on a flat, level surface. And the first thing we do when we show up on site is we break out that transit and go around, make sure it's level.
Even if it looks level, it's not.
We've had customers go, there's no way. I'm like, yeah, no, it's the laser's not going to lie. It's deceiving. Oh, this is one of your favorites. It's turned into one of my favorites. This is just what makes having chicken so cool when you think about this.
The underutilized area. And this could be maybe a side yard or it could be the corner of your yard where you've got some trees and you're not using it, like I said, for maybe that outdoor room or that garden, but some area of your property that you're currently not using or you don't have plans for, but it's still convenient for you to see the coop and to visit the coop.
Yeah, you're already paying a mortgage. You're going to pay it every month. You're already paying for a certain part of your land that you probably would never use for anything else.
Right.
And it always seems like that's the best spot for a chicken coop. It's incredible.
I use every square inch of my land, just so you know.
And you use it well.
Thank you.
And then hide it or show it off.
Question mark. Hide it, question mark, or show it off?
We
question
love
mark.
it when you show them off,
Absolutely.
obviously. But if you have a Dale or an HOA issue or a nosy neighbor, you might need to disguise tuck it away. I know my first chicken coop, I tucked away behind some droopy trees, weeping trees, and it was just perfect. And it was it was natural wood color, so it blended in very nicely to the background, and I do prefer the natural stains for that reason. I like for my chicken coop to blend in with its surroundings and for the chickens to be the showcase. But there's nothing wrong with painting them. I like the ones painted as well, but that's just
right. I want
my
people to. I
preference.
like when people can show it off. It drives me nuts that we just had a sheriff from Wake County come in, and he lives in HOA. He's trying to get out of there, but we have to design him a coop that's very low profile. And I'm just like, God, I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't imagine.
And this is Fish and Matt Ryan's coop, him and his wife and his dogs.
That's a great family picture.
I know. And the other one is mine, which you can see from the sidewalk.
Right. And now, so speaking of Fish and Matt Ryan,
Yes.
we are going to be sending him a shirt.
Yes.
He has requested for months. He wants. I only have one shirt, the YouTube Chicken Police. I only had one made as a prototype. We are going to have another one made just for him.
Okay.
I think we have shirts being brought down with the road crew, the black ones, the ones that are left in the New York office.
Okay. I don't like the black ones. They screwed up the color on the back. But either way, they're still cool shirts. We have the new ones from the HGTV show being made as we speak, so those are going to be available too soon.
Good.
Yes. Okay. And this is something Kristen had talked about.
Establish a new outdoor space around the coop. Now, when we do a chicken install, I always told them, go ahead and prepare to have seating around your coop. because it's inevitable. You end up dragging a folding chair out there just because you want to sit and relax and watch. So go ahead and plan for it. Go ahead and order that park bench because it's going to happen. And this is people think, oh, we can't sit around our chicken coop because it's going to smell, or we can't have it near our house. These chicken coops don't smell. You see in the first picture, the upper left, that you actually have cozy sofas and outdoor seating right next to the chicken coop. And they have a dining table back there too.
Yeah.
Next to the chicken coop.
I haven't said that in a while. I used to tell people you could eat your lunch in one of our hen houses.
Yeah.
I haven't said that in a while.
That's just a testament to how well the deep litter works. That
That's a great point. How beautiful the coops are, entertaining, and this is where it all starts. You know, I bet you if you ask most people, how did you ever learn about the possibility of having chickens in your backyard? It's going to a friend's house, seeing something like this, going, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea."
Right.
And what a way just to make it beautiful. And I remember a customer years ago saying, you know, Matt, this is functional art. And I never thought of it like that, but it is. It is absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if we ever got a good picture of the whole, you know, we were showing this earlier. Again, I got a little gift from Ingrid of the coop we did for Fixer to Fabulous on HGTV. It was amazing, too. The garden, the landscaping they did there. I hope next time we're back out in Arkansas, we get a behind-the-scenes tour of that. But just another great example. There's so many options to make it homey, be able to use your outside. Another reason to be able to use your outdoors.
Yeah, and they really these are examples of people that really are planned entertainment around their coop, which is great.
Climate concerns, prevailing winds in the north, setting sun in the south. I touched on this earlier with the setting sun coming from the west can be so intense in the south. And in the north, I hear there's winds or something.
Yes. Okay. So this,
right, Matt?
oh man, great point. So here's the thing to think about. So,
and we do have microclimates as well.
you know, I was just thinking in my mind how this ties in with location, but when it comes to location where you are around the country, I'm assuming that's what we're trying to say here.
Well, yeah.
Okay. That we have, I mean, we're constantly trying to solve every problem that could potentially have with chickens. And we've talked about coops in the winter. Okay, so let's talk about those two pictures first to the left. You got to have consistent temperature between the hen house and run. And the easiest way to do that without having to run a cord out there and try to heat your hen house is the storm shields. And that's just a great picture. You know, you see the dog on the outside and you see the snow built up against the storm shield. But the chickens are out of the wind chill. That's what kills us when you think about it. It's not necessarily the cold temperatures, that wind chill. So being able to block that, you're good to go. All right.
And another option that I've talked to a couple customers about is you don't have to get the full set.
That's a good point. I think they always end up calling back.
I talked to a customer that said that the coop would be in their their summer house, and they have a caretaker, and they weren't confident that that caretaker would take them off timely in the spring.
Oh, dear Lord.
And then we don't want the greenhouse effect.
Yeah.
So I said a good thing to do is to put, and it was a big run, so just get a set for half of it.
Oh, is this the one going to Idaho?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one.
But that way you have, yes, you could have some wind and snow in the end of it, or wherever the storm shields aren't, but at least it gives them an opportunity if they're late coming off in the spring to have some fresh air there.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there's some flexibility there.
That is a great idea. I love that we can offer. I mean, I love flexibility. So the customers.
Or if there's winds only coming on one side of the chicken coop, like if your winds always come from one side, maybe you just put some on that.
Or you don't put the front of the coop facing the winds. Isn't that correct?
Right. Or you can change the direction of your chicken coop. There's a lot of considerations.
A lot of things to think about when we're talking about picking your location. Now, here's the other thing. These are great examples. Okay, down south, we were just talking about the importance of having shade and having the metal roof that does a great job reflecting the heat, especially in the hen house. But now look at the run. Look at that.
Yeah.
You're in Texas, you're in Florida, you're in these hot climates, and the hottest part of the day is when the sun is at its, almost to the highest part. I know from my earth science people, it continues to warm Afternoon, I get it. But the point is, look at the shade that rolls in, protecting your chickens, especially if they cannot free range.
So Captain Burks asked any suggestions or tips for a coop in Northwest Wisconsin, since we're talking about cold.
Buy one of our coops.
If I can
Yes, Nan?
intervene here. For our customers who are in the far north, I think a full set of run covers is important, only because when the wind comes whipping through, and you can make like snow tunnels, if you will, and you'll have more of a snow bank on the inside sometimes if the wind hits it just right.
So there is chances. It's up north.
It gets crazy.
The snow drifts. So there's snow that piles up, and then you get the snow drifts from the wind. And I mean, it's there's so many things to consider. And if you are way up north, like northern Wisconsin, we did a beautiful coop. I was up in Denmark, Wisconsin. That's where the bear tried to get in. Consistency and temperature between the hen house and run. You do not need to heat your hen house. You do not need to insulate your hen house. That's the worst thing to do. But your chickens are not going to want to go outside the run in the wintertime when it's covered in snow, but give them the ability to still be chickens. Put the storm shields on, and they will be extremely happy, just like what you see in the picture off to your left. Other considerations. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So these were just a few things that I
Sure.
didn't feel like putting a bunch of slides, but that people should think about.
Setback rules. Yeah, you got to think about it. There's certain cities, counties. God, we're dealing with this out in Joshua Tree, California right now.
I was dealing
crazy.
with it in Wake County.
Yeah, we have to deal with the fire resistant rating, seismic, shaking. I mean, it's nuts what we have to deal right now with out in California. But
So, yep, look up your county rules and town rules. Make sure that your setback it complies with setbacks. You may or may not want to comply with HOA or covenant rules.
I was just gonna say, so we'll help you get around it somehow, some way.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning that people might not want to. They might want to check.
You don't have to have a power source, but if you have one or plan on running one, it is nice, especially if you're going to incorporate the heated water system. There's nothing worse than frozen water in the wintertime.
Yeah, that's typically the only reason why we would need to have power, and you could use an extension cord, an exterior extension cord for whatever method you're using to heat your water, or you can just slop it out every day.
Exactly. Now, quick disclaimer. Actually, you know
Yeah, you're
what?
not supposed to use extension cords. with
I
some
know,
of
but I
those.
do it all the time. We all do it. But a disclaimer, I actually might even say on here that you're not supposed to use an extension cord. But I've done it. We've gotten away with it. You know what, though? We did switch. Did the memo go out? Did everyone get the memo?
No.
Switching to the 1,500 watt heater. Anyone?
Okay.
Same
Yeah,
price.
I
Same
knew
price as a
that.
1,000 watt. I love this company, Farm Innovators. They're going to give us the 1,500 watts for the same price, so there's no upcharge to the customer. What was the point of that? Well, you're potentially
power
drawing
source.
more amperage because the wattage is up, so that might be pushing it with an extension cord. but-
Plus, some people are like, you don't have enough extension cords. It might be like a quarter mile from their
yeah,
house.
and
Right.
the longer your run is, the more voltage drop you're going to have because the resistance increases.
So that might be a consideration to keep it close to water or power, and also consider drainage. We don't want a chicken coop sitting in an area that is constantly wet and soggy.
Yeah, I want to make a point to that because this comes up a lot when we talk about site prep. A lot of customers I notice are quick to break out their skid steer, their bucket, because they got the heavy equipment. They want to go play with it and dig out a flat spot. No, build it up. If you dig it out, guaranteed you're going to be creating a muddy mess. Build it up because when the water comes, you just want it to go. It's that simple.
No, go ahead.
And storage for feed nearby.
See, people don't think about that. Sometimes they want to put their coop way away, and are you near a hose when you don't want to haul water all the way to it, or you don't want to haul 80-pound bags of feed all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that.
Yeah. That's why we
all.
love the Craftsman coop. You have all that storage inside if that's going to be something that's going to be a concern. Yeah. Good points. Good considerations.
Now here's Coop Prep.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got more?
We got more.
Yeah, now it's
Oh.
you're,
Just a few
you're
more.
on now.
Three
Oh,
more
dear.
more
No,
slides.
you're going to take
Just
it
three
away
more
now.
slides.
Take it away.
It's already 1 o'clock, guys.
Take it
So,
away.
no, Oh, ground contact. All right, well, let's do it. Let's go.
So our coops are made to sit on the ground.
Yes, everything on the bottom of all our coops is pressure-treated lumber. That is very, very important.
So here are examples. Or
Right. Now, I have learned over the years that when you are prepping the ground, there's pros and cons to everything. And if you do have to build up for a base, the most cost-effective way is using pressure-treated lumber. I'm going to stand by what I'm about to say based on the experts at the factories that use the treatments to go into the lumber. They say it is safe. There's many reasons why they claim it is safe. I would recommend using pressure-treated lumber. It will not harm your chickens. But I know that is a concern. There are other alternatives, like doing concrete, or there's glass-injected treated lumber. Anyways, building it up not only gives you a nice flat surface now for the coop to sit on, but we've also learned it creates another area to deep litter or to compost inside the run. And let's say also you're on a area that's real sandy, or maybe it's nothing but clay. It's a good idea then, especially if you can't free range, to build a base up so that you can bring in your favorite recipe of, we did a whole video on this, and I think we kind of got some.
And what's available?
Yeah, I mean, it's bringing in the mulch and just, again, mimicking the forest floor.
Organic material.
Yeah. I am not a fan of pavers or blocks. A lot of people do it, and here's some great examples of how to, well, of course, yeah, I think we did that there out in Gig Harbor. You can see the orcas out in the ocean. Anyways, so when we do a turnkey install, people ask all the time if we have to do a base, go over the pros and cons. Now, I can tell you that when a customer asks for pavers, which, like the picture to your left is going to act like a footer.
This is a great DIY.
Yeah.
Like
it is and it isn't. I think it causes more work.
If you're assembling your coop and all of a sudden you realize, well, wait a minute, it's not level. Have some pavers available to shim up a corner.
In that aspect, yes.
And then you can backfill it later.
I would agree with that, and that's what they had to do out in Gig Harbor.
That's typically what I recommend if you're doing it yourself and you didn't do a base. Have some pavers available and some shims. Right.
So now here's a situation, like if we look at this fancy colored coop here, I've never seen that before. That is beautiful.
You haven't?
Nuh-uh, not that I can think of. You can see all the patio blocks along the bottom, and this is done well. What makes it so difficult is you got to level each one. And I'm telling you, if you don't get it right all the way down, you think you're getting it right with using a torpedo lever or whatever, you'd be amazed how far off you'll be from here to there. You probably can't see my cursor. But anyways, I just find using patio blocks or pavers is the most difficult way. And it's going to also probably take you the longest. Now, I remember we had a realtor on in a show months ago, and we were talking about how chicken coops how it's affected in real estate. And he's a customer of ours. And he made a good point, and he used pavers, that he was able to bring in the pavers a little bit so that the chickens don't excavate underneath the coop, because they love to dig along that wall. And that is an advantage of having pavers, so that they don't excavate that dirt from underneath, causing the coop to eventually settle.
A base would also do that.
A base would definitely do that. But I think with pavers, it's way more work. So concrete. I
would disagree. I think the pavers would be the easiest thing. If I were going to do it.
Have you ever done them?
Mm-hmm. I have.
If you've done pavers,
I don't mean a full set. I mean just
load
shimming
points.
up. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's go back to that. So and that's the thing. If you are going to do pavers and you don't want to do it with an entire perimeter, okay, yes. That would probably be the easiest.
That is the easiest DIY right there.
You gotta go
shimming up the load points with pavers.
Exactly.
And then you backfill over it.
If you're going to be okay with that, then yes, I would agree.
And I think the next level would be the pressure-treated base. Like, I think I can do a pressure-treated base, but I know I can do that. I know I can do the pavers to even it out, to level it up. And there's no way in hell I'd be able to do this concrete base.
I think you'd be surprised. It's just expensive, and you got one chance.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for error.
So Do you or do you not do a concrete base? And this is another question we get all the time. And we have a lot of customers that do concrete bases. We got a school right now in Memphis, Tennessee. We had a FaceTime meeting with him yesterday. The amount of concrete they're doing is crazy, but it makes sense.
They left the middle open, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. It's textbook perfect. They left the middle open, but because it's at a school, it's a 5-foot sidewalk going all the way around. But you talk about a hell of a predator apron. Yeah. But the inside is completely open for their chickens and ducks. So the advantage to concrete, especially if you're in a high windy area, and you tether the coop down, or you have us tether it down, it's just that much more weight to help hold it down. That's one of the nice advantages to it. Also, when you're in a sandy area and the ground composition is going to be a little bit looser than normal, it's just a good way, because it's a monolithic piece that's going to act like a giant snowshoe, where you potentially will have some settling, and it should settle together, not causing, it displaces the overall weight from the entire structure instead of maybe just a hen house sinking more than it should. So there are some advantages to have the concrete. Also, and then people do talk about termites, prevention of termites. And that's the other thing I forgot to mention about the pressure treated base. Not just you're able to build it up and have an area for deep litter. A lot of people look at that as the sacrificial board.
Right.
Now, concrete is expensive.
Yep.
Super, super expensive.
Lumber is expensive now, too.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you are not kidding.
That's the end of the slideshow.
It is. Ingrid, wow. How did you do that so quickly?
No, it wasn't easy.
All right, so it is 105.
Yeah, you have to get to this
109.
the answer. And
109.
I don't even know how to go through
If you're
all
just
these
joining
comments.
us, welcome to Video Chicken. It is April 22nd. We are live at our shop down in Creedmoor, North Carolina. Today we talked about site prep, location, all the things to think about after you figure out which coop you're going to build or get. And I did have a question for everyone. And I do want the person that got it right, the first person with one guess. I saw the answer.
Oh, you did?
Someone nailed it. They even articulated it. Perfect.
All right, now.
I think I might have seen that.
Oh, should we play a game? Can you guys spot the right answer?
Well,
Someone
bring the comments in.
Someone did. Okay, so let's bring the comments in. Are we in comments?
No.
I mean, we do love to show off this coop. This has been a hot topic lately. Reclaim barnwood. Someone asked you the other day, how can we do oh, there's another beautiful reclaimed barnwood right there. Oh, a coop that never existed. It didn't happen. Sorry, Ingrid. I know I told you I'd let you do the show. I can't help it.
That's all right.
If you are going to build a coop or buy a coop from us and you want that rustic look, but you don't want to pay for a reclaimed barnwood, you're going to be disappointed. It is going to be so difficult to get that beautiful look of reclaimed barnwood faking it. So,
By the way, Cole, happy birthday. Say happy birthday to Cole. It's his birthday today.
happy birthday, Cole.
There you go.
All right, so let's bring the picture up real quick. All right, so the question is, let's make sure. Okay. What is wrong with the installation of this heated water system that one of our new guys did out in Abilene, Texas? And the clues are,
Now I think I see.
Yeah.
if you know Matt, this is, it's going to drive me nuts. And there's nothing wrong. It will work. It absolutely will work. And I will give whoever got it right first with only answering once. That way you can't just keep guessing. All right. And then again, we're going to wrap up the show in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you have any other questions or comments, we can do our rapid fire, get through it, and hopefully get to all your questions and comments. I can't thank you guys enough for coming to the show. I hope you enjoy. If you have any suggestions for future shows, please let us know. Next week's show, are we getting to some of our schedules?
Yes. Next week's show should be Dave and Jenny Mars. I'm going to
Big.
confirm with them just to make sure.
We're going to have Dave and Jenny Mars on from the world-famous show Fixer to Fabulous on HGTV back in October, I think it was, in Rogers, Arkansas. We did a coop for them, and here it is right here. Ingrid, I can't think. Oh, they can't see it right now.
So
we gotta get this off.
is it Dave Mars? Wait, who's the male character?
Dave.
Dave, is he really a chicken guy?
She's not even letting me override. Oh, by the way, my new nickname's Captain Override.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, let's get the picture off. Let's get this picture off.
Well, I'm trying to find out what I'm trying to find the comment, which I think is the right comment.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you think you got the right comment, I did see one.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, I tell you what. So,
Keep going.
Yeah.
and I don't want to upset people because every time we try to do a little competition, someone's pissed off. I had it first. No, I had the answer.
That's what I'm afraid
It's
of.
just a shirt, guys. I'm just trying. I love giving, and I love everyone that's here. We're gonna continue to do more and more.
Is that it?
This guy?
That's what I think it is.
Is he the first one?
I think so.
That's the only one I saw.
Now, we're gonna go ahead and say then Ingrid's gonna say this is the first one,
Yeah.
and that it's his first answer. Okay.
Yep.
If I am wrong, if Ingrid's wrong, yell at her, not me.
Yeah,
guys.
yell at me because
Jared Pollard. I'm guessing the new guy installed the water pipe. See now Ingrid's got the thing in my way.
I'm sorry. I want to make sure this was the.
I'm guessing the new guy installed the water pipe upside down, and Matt wants the pipe to be installed with the print on the pipe facing down so you don't see the writing on the pipe. Love it. Yay. Jared, email us, Ingrid at carolinacoops.com. Tell us your size. You won yourself a free shirt. Yeah. So let's go back to that picture real quick. Let's show what he's talking about, what I'm talking
And
about.
I thought it was the lines were looped. Is
Yeah.
that? I don't.
No, once the air's out, that's not a problem
Okay,
at all.
all right.
It is so minor of a detail, but we purposely drill those holes so that the print on the pipe, when installed, is hidden.
Okay.
It's upside down. That's all. Nothing
Oh,
major.
So it would. Okay, I see.
Yeah, nothing major.
Is that in your instructions
Oh, they know.
for a DIY though? We should.
I
put
bet you
that-
it is. I guarantee you it is in the video. We need to do an updated video. Do you want to show off the shirt that they won? My daughter just got out of homeschool, and here we go, Jetta do. Let's show off real quick the shirts. Here, come in the middle. Come in the middle. I love these raglan shirts. Hers is a little dirty. Yes, she's got pants on. Shorts. Sorry. The Carolina Coops. And turn around. Show them the back. There's a reason. It's number 8. Jetta, what is the reason for number 8? Come on. That is our anniversary. This is our 10-year anniversary shirt. Came out about 4 years late. We started the company in 2008.
Or technically 2010.
Legally on the books, 2010.
Okay,
Fine, if you
so-
want to get technical. My first coupe I built was 2008.
Okay.
So 2008. Love the number 0 and 8. Even though 9's my favorite number, love the number 0 and 8. All right, Princess.
Thanks everybody for trying to guess though.
yes,
we do
here,
appreciate the
Thank you.
and you all had valid concerns about
Yeah.
the tilt and the looping. So
Well, let me do it. Let me do
all
it.
right.
Well, I want to get to here. And all right, so we're going to rapid fire through some questions and comments. All right, go ahead and go. I haven't had a lot of time to look at the questions and comments. So you think we got this?
Yes.
All right.
How far out is your production for Coops?
September.
How long to get a return call from a request for a quote?
I will call you right after the show.
Do you have any pictures or a video of securing the base to a coupe on a concrete footer? Now, I know you discussed that in many videos.
Do you use a sill plate?
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We
Kay
do.
Cooper, if you look at the Santa Fe,
I would say that's a great example.
the first Santa Fe.
Oh, the first Santa Fe? Yeah, that
Which is a
one.
modern coupe.
The last Santa Fe coupe.
Yeah.
Because we really got into also the hold down and the strength of using the 3G
Right.
epoxy that we couldn't break. I couldn't believe it. And again, I love to kind of pick on engineers. He was dead on.
Yeah.
You could not break that stuff or not. We couldn't break it with the impact. Nothing. It was incredible.
So that's a good. Both those videos we'll show, but you use a sill plate to secure.
Yes, it's so much easier to put the sill plate. I mean, you can see it in this picture right behind you. Here, check this out.
And that's a piece of wood.
Yeah, so here is just, you got your concrete footer. Then we got a pressure treated sill plate. I know it looks red. Out in the West Coast, it's red. It's perforated. It's ugly. It's still pressure treated. We tap con that down into the concrete footer, and then we can screw down all the walls, and then we sandwich it. Well, actually, this one was mortise and tenon, so we actually had to bolt that one down. Anyways.
So Ben asked, do you allow customers to pick up coupes to save on shipping?
Yes, what would we have a new term for it.
Pick up perks.
Pickup perks. Wow, meetings might be good every Wednesday now. You guys gonna love it. You'll be like, "Gah." Pickup perks. Yes, you will save money if you want to come pick up your own coupe.
Yes. Okay. Talks amongst yourself, so I find some new questions.
Well, hold on. So Rudy, I saw this comment a little while ago, and this is I've seen this, and actually, you know what?
Well,
my pole barn. I got to think a little bit. I'm learning to think before I speak, or I piss people off.
Too late.
So there's a lot of metal roofing out there that you can purchase that they have this like padding that I got to imagine is to insulate it a little bit to stop condensation. And it just occurred to me, I am almost 99% sure my pole barn in New York, before we finished it, has that padded insulation on it because I've never seen it. And it was still raining. But that can't be possible. No, it's at my shop in New York. Wrong building. So yeah, if you got that, I don't see anything wrong with it. I definitely see a benefit. It's got to cost more. I see nothing wrong with using that padded insulation.
So we got, hey, from Denmark, you've inspired me to get chickens, so now I've made my husband watch chicken coop videos.
Thank you.
Tusen tak. That's
I'm trying to
thank
see
you.
where
That's
you
thank
are.
you in Norwegian.
Of course it is.
Which is close to Danish, so I'm sure they know. She knows what I'm talking about. That was Francine with the bobcat.
Does anyone water glass their eggs? You mean checking if they're old or new?
No, it's a method of preserving your eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked up eggs from Mark, the bantam breeder, and he and his wife were water glassing eggs that weekend.
Is it preserving fertile eggs or
No, just preserving
eggs,
eggs.
For eating?
So we should talk about that on a future show because I have no idea what you're talking about and you have me intrigued.
So somebody said that their chickens are digging a lot in their chicken run. Yes, they do that. They dig.
Perfectly normal.
So I had a woman that came to my garden for picking up plants or something, and she said she was from Vermont, and she said in Vermont they call potholes chicken holes because
I love that.
Because that's what chickens do.
That's interesting, yeah.
Yep.
Well, hold on. What was that? What was that?
All right.
Well, when someone says Matt, I'm still waiting on the video showing the right way to staple my hardware cloth on the walls of my run. Yes, I know, Ingrid.
I thought somebody else was going to do that.
We're
video.
working on it.
Are we gonna do a video for assembly?
We
Or
are,
at least tips and tricks.
Here's the plan. We are aggressively strategizing our
We can at least make
summer
a TikTok.
coming up of videos that are going to be very educational. Yeah, we're going to do a TikTok today.
We can do a TikTok.
We are
on
doing
that.
a TikTok today. We should also have another camera go live on Instagram. If you are not following us on Instagram, make sure you go to Instagram, Carolina Coops. We're going to go live on Instagram. Yeah, I know. I'm winging it right now.
My God.
Just bear with me. We're going to break some more trusses. They got more trusses they screwed up out there, which makes me mad. Whatever. So we're going to break them. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys the breaking strength. It is unbelievable. Oh, you're cheating. Don't.
I'm going to find.
Conflict.
We're going to go break some trusses.
Should we forget that I gave you a gift?
Yeah, they're fighting over the mouse, by the way.
Yeah, it really is.
Fighting over control over
Because
the
I
comment.
want to get to the questions. Because
Okay,
you're going to yell
let's-
at me that we didn't
I do
get
not
to
yell.
comments.
Ingrid, I do not ever yell.
You're going to scold me.
So I can't wait to learn about water glass
Exactly.
eggs.
For the sharp edge on your nest box roof metal problem, try looking into cable tray edge trim.
I don't know what that is. We
I've
should look at
never
that.
heard of cable tray edge trim. We do have a solution. It's a matter. I thought that said go Bears. Anyways, God, football season. The schedule's coming out soon.
The Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going on. We're going on. Go ahead, speak.
Well,
Amongst yourselves.
I'm looking up cable tray edge trim.
So there's a lot of questions here about the comments about the Coupe, the water bar.
the water system. I
Yeah.
love everyone, and thank you for the prayers. Positive thoughts for my dad.
Okay,
It's gonna be a
so
tough year for me.
So-
I'm looking forward to when he comes out.
Where you can get Carolina Coops shirts and merch. Please be patient. We need to order their shirts. We need to inventory the shirts, and then I will get them on the website.
Yes,
so I'm
it's-
really asking for. I know everybody wants them. We
And
will
thank
announce
you.
when they're ready. I promise.
Yeah, they are coming. Things
I'm
aren't.
only one person.
I know. We need another Ingrid. If we got someone that wants to be Ingrid's assistant, and apparently working from home is the cool thing to do now. We are working on making it work for everyone. Yes, we need a marketing assistant, right, Ingrid?
I need something. Well,
Yes.
I could do more
we
videos.
need a
if
shirt folder is what we need.
A shirt folder?
We need someone to inventory our. If someone wants to come in here and learn and inventory
Gosh,
and
if
fold
you
our
are
shirts,
in the North Carolina Creedmoor area, you want a job?
How about a summer
Job.
intern?
No, it's too. There's so much work training people, and then just to lose them. I know you and I disagree on it.
yeah. Okay, so
Thank
next
you
week-
guys. Thank you for all the prayers.
Next week we hope to have Jenny and Dave Mars on, and the following week
Mm-hmm.
we will have Kevin. May 6th. Is that the following week? I believe so. May 6th, we'll have Kevin from Epic Gardening with his epic coop and his epic chickens.
Yeah, I love his TikTok videos. I mean,
I
if
love
you guys
watching
don't know,
those chickens grow up and him interacting with them as a new chicken dad.
yeah,
It is. It's like a baby shower almost, like a feeling that I get to watch this unfold.
Because, it's been so long for us, right?
Yeah.
yes,
Especially you.
and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring Kevin on, who, if you don't know who he is, you gotta check it out. Epic Gardening, huge on YouTube, huge on TikTok, huge on Instagram. We did a collaboration with him. My first collaboration I've ever done with I know he doesn't like to be called an influencer. I don't either. We're just on YouTube trying to share what we love doing.
Cross promotion.
Yes, and he's a good guy. He is legitimately a good dude. I wasn't sure. He loves what he does, and it comes through, and he's got his twist on things. He's going to come on, and I want to just have a real conversation with him, talking about the transition of his chickens to the coop, see what he thinks. And, of course, it is a way to continue to grow video chicken, of course. And if you guys have any questions, too, especially about gardening, and I know I'm not a big gardener. I wish I was, but you guys are big gardeners. And I did want to ask him what his plans are to do with after he does clean out his coop, if he's thought about that, and this whole to till or not to till.
He's no-till.
He's a no-till.
I'm sure he's Camp No-Till.
Camp no-till.
Because he uses a lot of the same tenets of gardening that permaculture uses and all that good stuff. And I thought I was going to clean out my coop this year, but it turns out we didn't get it done in time. So it's going to be another 2-year clean out.
So
wrong
Nathan
with
has a
that.
question, site prep question. Where do you place a coop on your property when you can't have chickens?
Just wherever you want, Nathan, wherever you want to look at it.
That's where you get into the stealth coops.
Oh, you mean he can't have chickens?
Yes.
I thought he just wanted your coop. Didn't care about the chickens.
Oh.
So Brian had said, oh my God, I was getting ready to build a coop and run and was going to look at the back. Now he realizes he needs to turn his coop around.
Yes.
You guys rock.
Thank you, Brian.
that's wonderful.
Byron. Sorry.
Byron. Are French drains a high consideration? Do you use that for drainage?
Well, French drains are for drainage. We've done it.
No, I know. Would you use that for drainage for a coop? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we have.
Okay.
We absolutely have. If you got the time or you got the budget, and you are worried about standing water around the foundation of your chicken coop, absolutely.
Okay.
Boy, you're just flying through these.
Because these are all
Okay,
all
okay.
guesses. So you have to trust me.
Look at the capital letters. Kristen, you are so right.
Yeah, we don't even know what that was about, but she was right.
Carolina Coop seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular?
Because we're the best.
We do. We did.
Best people,
It is.
best
It
product,
is very
the best
hard
customers.
to make a chicken coop like we do, and be able to ship it.
Just to start off with. And
And
have the-
there's so many little details in a chicken coop. It's not like building a shed. A lot of local contractors don't want to bother with it. There's a big learning curve for it, frankly, and a lot of work and materials and trying to figure everything out. That it's taken a long time, but we're there.
And Anthony, thank you. Yes, thank you for letting everyone know. Please like and share, like and share, like and share. I want to continue to grow this show. That helps justify the cost that I put into it, and also we want to continue to make it better. We got plans for the future to continue to make it grow.
And I think the other thing is that we also not only just build coops, but we try to educate people and help people in their chicken keeping journey. Which,
Yeah, and I've seen a big uptick in calls where people want rabbits. A lot of rabbit calls these days. Goats.
I'm just putting hands off.
Ingrid's waving.
We are going to be doing a goat house soon. Finally, I get to show people what I've been talking about. We have invented the world's first passive solar goat house, the best goat house. I can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jonathan asked, what's the best way to DIY level without expensive tools?
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to get to that question.
I said, trust me.
And I do. So that is a great question. Without the expense, yes, transits are, usually about $1,000, and that's a lot to spend for just trying to level something off for the first time. I tell you, the easiest way, not the cheapest, but the easiest, and this is pretty cheap. You just go get some masonry line, get some stakes, and you get what's called a bubble level. And you just set your stakes really, really well, because you got to pull that string really, really well, and then you just put a level on it. And then you just take measurements from the string down to the ground, and you can find your difference. The other way is, I believe it's called a poor man's level, where you just take a long, clear tube, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, whatever, fill it up with water, and at each end, that's going to be level. So that's another way to do it.
See, there you go.
Or you can put a level on a long
Yeah, see, I
board.
know. In San Antonio, the hottest part of the day. Yeah, so technically the hottest part of the day is supposed to be 3 o'clock, according to Arthur Chaffin, who was on
Okay.
the show months ago. But yes, I get it. And in the South especially, and you were saying it, when that sun's shining in and they can't free range, we really want to perfect our solar shades. We're working with a company out of Texas, American-made solar shades that are made for our coupes that go up and down. Just has not been on the priority list, but that's something we really would love to do.
Yeah.
Especially if it had the Carolina Coops logo. Maybe they're custom printed.
I'll take one of those. But the vegetation really does a great job as
It
well.
does.
And it helps with the look and feel of your coupe.
HOA says you can only have silkies? No. That's a joke.
I think he knows you now.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh, you can rent transits. That's a good point. Yeah.
Oh.
Home Depot, I have not been a huge fan of Home Depot. They are growing on me. Home Depot is, when it comes to buying tools, Home Depot is great. When it comes to buying materials, Lowe's is better. But when it comes to renting tools, hands down, Home Depot's crushing it.
So Amanda says, I'd love to buy from you. I'm in North Carolina between Greensboro and Winston.
Come stop by.
Come on.
We're here every day. Come on out.
She could actually get a pickup perk
Yes.
if she has
But
a
we
vehicle.
currently don't have one on display.
No.
I know.
But you can come to my
We're
house.
going to have our certificate of occupancy. We're weeks away, finally. And then we're going to have a coupe out there.
So Lori said, thank you for the info on the climate concerns information. I'll get storm shields when I get my coupe ordered. Can't wait.
And you're going to get, I'm telling you right now, there's sticker shock on Storm Shield. It's polycarbonate. And it just, prices on everything are through the roof. It sucks. But I can tell you they are well worth it.
Okay.
I think Ingrid's ending the show. Are we ending the
Oh,
show?
nope.
No, not that screen. Oh, yay, we're going to do Chicken Police.
No, we're not. I can't.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
so close. I
I
guess
was trying to. Oops, I didn't mean to.
Do you remember
that.
what color stain they used on that coupe right there, the barnwood one? Or is that all natural? Is that a clear stain? What? I'm sorry. Am I supposed to know that?
well, one, yes-ish. That is all natural.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you the other day.
Okay.
The benefits, because so many people are like, I want to mimic the coupe that we did in High Point. The coupe you see right now, all 100% one you did see, 100% year-old reclaimed barnwood. You just can't mimic true 100 years of aging. And what was great about that barn is we were able to flip the wood around. It's never seen daylight. So it was a unique look. Now you can still keep the outside weathered look on the outside, but we decided to put that inside and use the fresh stuff, and I think it was well worth it. I think it was the right call.
Okay.
No, yes, no? What do you
Yes,
think?
yes.
Okay, geesh, leave me hanging there. All right, guys, time to wrap it up. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Again, next week, big show, Jenny and Dave Mars. If you haven't already watched on Fixer to Fabulous, HGTV, episode 3, the most
Welcome
important
in.
one.
You have to say
The
welcome in.
I'm kidding there, but thank you, Ingrid. Episode 3, show's called Welcome In. Episode 3, Turning Points. You will see us doing a chicken coop for them. We're going to have them on the show next week. Do a quick little interview. I want to see how things are going. And I hope to talk about a little of the behind the scenes, things that didn't make the cut. We had some good fun stuff. Have a great weekend, guys.
Take care of your chicken.